guys, this is Mrs. Perino, librarian at Connor School, and today I want to share a book about using your imagination and inventing things. The book today is The Most Magnificent Thing. And this book is by Ashley Spires. This is a regular girl and her best friend in the whole wide world. They do all kinds of things together. They run, they eat, they explore, and they relax. I love when they relax. She makes things. He unmakes things. One day the girl had a wonderful idea. She's going to make the most magnificent thing. What do you think she's going to make? Something for her? Something for the dog? Let's see. She knows just how it will look. She knows just how it's going to work. All she has to do is make it, and she makes things all the time. Easy peasy. First, she hires an assistant. Do you think that's a good assistant? I do. Next, they gather their supplies. They set up somewhere out of the way and they get to work. Where did they find their supplies, do you think? Do you think they had to go to a store? What do you think? The girl tinkers and hammers and measures, while her assistant just pounces and growls and chews. How cute her assistant is. When she is finished, she steps back to admire her work. She walks around one side. Her assistant examines the other side. It doesn't look right. Her assistant picks it up and gives it a shake. It doesn't feel right either. They are shocked to discover that the thing isn't magnificent or good. It isn't even sort of okay. It's all wrong. The girl tosses it aside and gives it another go. If you do things and they don't come out just right, do you try it again or do you give up? What do you think you should do? She smooths and wrenches and fiddles. Her assistant circles and wags and tugs. When she is finished, she stands up and takes a long look at it. Her assistant gives it a nudge with his paw. The thing's still wrong. She decides she's going to try again. I wonder what she's trying to make. Does anybody have any ideas about what she's trying to make? The girl saws, she glues and adjusts. She stands and examines and stares. She twists and tweaks and fastens. She fixes and straightens and studies. There's a lot that goes into inventing. Do you think our assistant is a really good helper? What do you think? She tries all different ways to make it better. She makes it square. She makes it round. She gives it legs. She adds antenna. She makes it fuzzy. She makes it long, short, rough, smooth, big, small. One even smells of stinky cheese. But none of them are magnificent. I don't know. Do you think she's being kind of tough on herself? They look pretty cool. What do you think? What do you think? Her hard work attracts a few admirers, but they don't understand. They can't see the magnificent thing that she has in her mind. She gets mad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look at that cloud over her head. She is angry. Do you think she's frustrated? What do you think she should do? Let's see. The angrier she gets, the faster she works. She smashes pieces into shapes. She jams parts together. She pummels the little bits in. Her hands feel too big to do the work, and her brain is too full of all the things and the not right things. If only the thing would just work. I bet you guys can think of a time when you felt like that. I sure can. I sure can. Usually it's when I'm trying to work on computers. Yeah. Crunch. Her finger. The pain starts in her finger. It rushes to her brain and she explodes. It's not her finest moment. Oh no. Look at her exploding. If I were that little dog, I think I'd run away. I'm no good at this. I quit, she said. Her assistant suggested a walk. What do you think? Walk's a good idea? Perhaps. It's not much help at first. But before long, she starts to feel different. Bit by bit, the mad gets pushed away. And look, she even gets a snack. As they stroll along, she comes across the first wrong thing she made. The bad feelings are about to start all over again. Then she notices something surprising. There are some parts of the wrong things that are really quite right. The bolts on one, the shape of another, and the wheel-to-seat ratio on the next. There are all sorts of parts that she liked. Even though she didn't like the end, look at all those things she made. And some of the parts of them are right. By the time she reaches the end of the trail, she finally knows how to make the thing magnificent. She gets to work. She works carefully and slowly, tinkering, hammering, twisting, fiddling, gluing, painting. Her assistant makes sure there are no distractions. Look at all the people looking at her work. The afternoon fades into evening. Finally, she finishes, and she alerts her assistant. Can you see? Something's in her hand. The pair take a good long look. It leans a little bit to the left, and it's a bit heavier than expected. The color could use a bit of work, but it's just what she wanted. They climb aboard and take it for a spin. They're not disappointed because it is the most magnificent thing. See what she made? How much fun are they going to have with that? So, what do you think? Do you think you can invent a most magnificent thing? I'm going to give you some ideas on things that you could do and things you could use to make a most magnificent thing. So check out the other things on my video. Thanks.